2 tournaments in a calendar, in a weekend full of tournaments happening everywhere else. How do we get more tournaments in the Midwest? Well, friends, you know what you got to do. You got to stay locked in with us so we can keep talking about those ads in a little bit. In the meantime, we got Lazyzach, who's anything but lazy, ready to face off against Arkdee. Let's get it.
Lazyzach has been very active. And speaking of recent talent in the Midwest, Arkdee, hailing from Peru originally, but he has been putting up big numbers in Michigan. Had one of the most impressive win streaks I've ever seen. Went to like 10 tournaments straight, didn't drop a single set.
Nope.
He has been on an absolute heater, PR wins across the board.
Yes.
Lazyzach is not going to be a small feat to take down, though.
No, definitely not. No, had a really strong match just earlier today versus Boku that went down to the wire. I mean, nail-biting finish. But Lazyzach was able to overcome that. So now here we are, second game right here, top 8, Diamond Dust number 2. And kind of, you know, trailing behind her ever so slightly. Again, kind of meeting this immovable object that is Palutena, let's be honest.
Yeah, she very much can put up a wall that is very hard to penetrate. Lazyzach has found a hole in it, though, and knocked Arkdee off stage, but immediately he's going to respond back, reverse the situation, and the back air is going to push it even further. Lazyzach trying to find an answer to get back on stage, but Arkdee's ledge pressure is overwhelming until he finds a way to approach with the F smash.
And then had to go for the high recovery in because Arkdee very well aware of how proficient Lazyzach is in the corner when it comes to angling that F smash. So great situational awareness to go for the high recovery. Not something I recommend every time versus Sonic, but, you know, if you see the opportunity arise, do what you got to do. Forward air, doesn't get anything off of it, but the corner control is present.
Yeah, that high recovery is, stays alive. Arkdee fighting from the corner. Yeah, I was saying that high recovery is a mix-up before we even see the early conditioning.
Dude, seriously.
Arkdee's saying, hey, you can't just charge that S-Smash up for free. You're going to have to be reactive, play a bit smarter with it. As another great recovery comes through from Arkdee, he can't make it happen. He can't stay alive. The F-tilt put in a great spot.
Yeah, the running F-tilt did that too, kind of giving off that pseudo aggression. I'm going to run up and do something heavy. Nope, just F-tilt. You didn't even realize you're at dark red percent. This is a kill option. In the corner. Nice, and down tilt, not looking to get popped up. You know, again, I can't stress enough how important, you know, Palutena is. It's same with Incineroar, too. They have some of the more potent down tilts in the corner about kind of what they get off of it when it lands. You know, you see Palutena hanging out the ledge, trust me, nothing good is on the other side of that. Get out of the way and fast.
Right, dangerous spot to be in. And Arkdee's really good at forcing those spots, but wait a minute. Lazyzach responds aptly, sends you off stage. That F-smash threatening yet again. Arkdee's doing a good job avoiding that, but not the best job avoiding those neutral interactions that Lazyzach is really coming out on top of.
Oh, yeah. Kind of nickel and diming his way into victory, but not back into the center of the stage. If Arkdee has anything to say about it, love that option. Yeah. And right now we have ourselves even stocks, just trying to pin Sonic down with this 5-frame there. This is good. Yeah, gets the reverse that time. Get on this platform.
That's a great reversal for Arkdee to get back on stage. And he had a great chance there. Couldn't extend it, but he's going to win from disadvantage anyways. In a bad spot, be damned. Arkdee surges forward, puts on damage.
Okay. Nice. It's trying to control the space here. You know, one thing I got to really give Sonic as a character is that they have that ability just to threaten the ground space. Just being able to stand right there in your face, and maybe not like right in your face, but a couple character lengths away, and just charge. That right there just really amps up the nervous system. What is Sonic going to do? Is he just going to let it go? Is he going to run up on me? Am I just going to get duffed in the face? What is Sonic going to do? You might just get schoolyard bully duffed in the face right there, man. Great stuff. Lazyzach looking good at only 78%, and the percent is still climbing right here on Arkdee.
And it's all these crazy mix-ups and options, and time again, it's just a fist to your muffin getting it done every time. Lazyzach, the back air, putting on even more pressure. Arkdee
looking a little without answer right there. There's that down tilt I was talking about before, but the rinse and repeat, love the empty jump. But again, this is Sonic we're talking about. I got springs, I got legs for days. Okay, I can hang out off stage a little bit. Whoa. Yes, 5-frame. Yeah, we are almost up out of here pretty soon.
Arkdee able to get his way back on stage, though. What could have been a really early stock. Well, not early, but really quick. Lazyzach pushing the pace of this in the corner. Arkdee with a shot at this game, though, to send Lazyzach into the corner.
Okay, what you feeling like? Down tilt? Anything off it? Yes, and the dash all the way through, but not KOing. That is one of Palutena's more explosive options. Nair City, and we're finally going to get it done. After 18 nairs in a row, we finally got it done at the 19th.
The 19th is a special number today.
That's right.
Arkdee makes it happen. And that nair off the stage is one of those things that you want to wait until it's at the right time where it's absolutely going to kill. You want to wait until that to go for it. Because if you don't, you're just saving your opponent. Sending them up top, giving them stage control. Arkdee not wanting to let that happen, but not wanting to lose his stock either. Playing careful from the corner. The platform cancel does him well.
Okay. Cannot afford to go for any trades off stage at all.
Right.
They're going to go for the down throw. What's the platform mix-up? Yes, rolling backwards right there. Eating the uppers. Explosive flame, forcing the recovery to the ledge. No high recovery. And no more stage for you. This could be it for the stock.
Don't let Arkdee get hot, though. Reset neutral with max rage. Just takes one interaction to make it happen, and that up smash is a risky one. Onto the platform. Like? Arkdee with a great setup. He's feeling like Louis Money. He's making money in the corner.
I guess
Lazyzach able to make his way back. A great parry. Arkdee has the timings on deck. Watch out. He's surging back.
I just want to know who Arkdee sees when they look in the mirror because, damn it has to be a champion.
Yeah,
wow.
Lazyzach,
I know that's right. Hey, look, Lazyzach able to put that game away, but it definitely came with a little bit of challenge. Great stuff right there on Arkdee, and more importantly, a lot of data going into game number 2.
Yeah, and Lazyzach was kind of threatening Arkdee with getting a little comfortable, right? He was setting up shop. He was finding all the interactions going in his favor. He's just ripping random F smashes and they're connecting. So being able to end that game by putting him under pressure a little bit, scaring him, knocking him off his rocker, is really good for Arkdee.
Yeah, 100%. Again, just can't stress enough how just much of a stationary character Palutena can be at times and how hard it is to really shake her up. Because once that neutral is reset, she's home sweet home. You want Palutena in the scramble. You want her to not know what she's going to do when she lands and to get out buttoned. But the minute you reset neutral and say, okay, this is how much space I have in between you and me, it's auto reticle city. It's explosive flame city. It's dash attack. You know, it's short hop back here. So,
and that's not a city you want to live in.
No, absolutely not. Yes. Taxes are crazy there.
They are. Taxes ran through the roof.
Okay. Game number 2 is here, but it was a hard-fought game number 1. It was like 1-0, but it was close.
Yeah, sure, for sure. Absolutely close as Arkdee was really able to surge back towards the end of that one. Lazyzach looking to quell the momentum a little bit. Not doing that in the fastest of ways, though, as Arkdee is able to put on a lot of damage right away, up to 60%. Lazyzach can't find the ground, finally does so, but does he find safety? Yeah,
that's the real question. I mean, despite the platform layout here, Sonic just having a really hard time just getting back onto solid ground. This is, you know, Sonic's blessed with some of the best mobility in Smash history, really struggling right now on these platforms, and I think it's just a testament to just the awareness that Arkdee's bringing to the table. Palutena just has those options where she can just cover so much of the stage, even without physically being there or having to expend so much of like her movement. She's like, here's a big old nair. You know?
I'm gonna throw it everywhere. The upper is gonna cover the whole platform. If you double jump, the up smash might touch it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on the ground, those platforms do not have support beams. That is not where you want to be. Charged F smash. Arkdee sees through the disguise, jumps over it. Down air. Wait a minute. Big connection.
That's right, man. Seeing the NBA Street basketball moves right here. Wow.
Dunking on him.
Okay. With the empty jump, I'm not afraid. Just jumping right into the face of Sonic the Hedgehog. Are you a madman? Down tilt, and yes, no pop-up there that time. Just actually looking to get you off stage. And there's what I was talking about before with that explosive flame. She reminds me of, I forget which Indiana Jones movie it is, but it's like the guy pops up with the sword and he's doing all like the cool sword tricks, and Indiana Jones just pulls it out and just, you know, that's Palutena. Like, just, hey, cool movement, explosive flame.
Yeah, right. All this wacky stuff off stage. I'm going to just cover the biggest area possible. Give you a big old obstacle, the boulder to avoid.
Okay.
Arkdee's looking to be in great shape. Last hit of that nair puts Lazyzach off balance, and he cannot find a beam to hang on to. The down air to get back on stage. Arkdee was ready for it, but couldn't find the timing. The forward air, Lazyzach surges forward.
Lazyzach looking pretty active here right now and fast. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out a way to get yourself out of this hole. You know, just like how, you know, Snake and Steve and Sonic, those are characters that you do not want to be in the deficit in. All of them are. Palutena's kind of amongst that list too. Now, obviously not quite as nefarious as some of those other characters, but when you're in the deficit versus her, the task at hand just becomes that much more difficult because she's waiting to play the defensive game. She wants to turtle in and really beat you down.
I was just about to say, it's like you mentioned earlier, when Palutena doesn't want to be moved, she doesn't always have to be. So when she has that big lead, she doesn't have to approach you, and she doesn't. This is what we see. We see her just walling out with that back air, and it's really tough for Lazyzach to find a zone where he's safe.
Oh, yeah. Finding safety at the ledge here, and oh my God, are you kidding me? The F smash.
Whatever gets it done, man.
The F smash specialist here is Lazyzach. Now we've seen a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog players in our day.
For sure.
I've never seen one land as many F smash as Lazyzach.
Yeah, it is to Sonic what Jake Smash was to Steve.
Yeah,
the way he was letting that rip. Lazyzach does it in the most wildest of times.
Yes, absolutely.
Just from the corner, wake up F smash to your dome.
Every time. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay. 2 stocks apiece with the percents telling a much different story here on Lazyzach's behalf. Arkdee right now, Matt's kind of slowing down here a little bit. And I don't know if that's a good thing here. Lazyzach saying, if you want to play the slow game, I'm down to just run in and out. I'll get my nickel and dime percent to her close to even footing. There it is. Okay, gets in, got you off stage. F smash, oh my Lord, jeez.
That was real close. Yeah, and the pace of the game slowing down like this is not exactly what Arkdee wants to see. He plays with his heart. And when that beat slows down, you could get sleepy, but not sleepy just yet. Arkdee wide awake, back here, does the trick.
Right, feeling good here. Job ain't done just yet, though. Lazyzach, I'm sure, has a couple tricks left up that sleeve. But Arkdee, if I'm a Palutena player, this is exactly where I want to be if I was on stage. But if I was off stage, this ain't where I want to be. And Lazyzach proving that theory true right there. That backer cleaning up shop and resetting this thing.
That was exactly what he needed when he needed it. Lazyzach could let that game snowball, but he was not interested. Ooh, great recovery to get above the explosive flame. He ducked under the gun. He's looking like Neo.
That man facts.
From the Matrix. He got around it. Yeah.
Bullet time.
On that platform is where Arkdee has found a lot of coverage, so you're seeing Lazyzach just jump off of it right away. Explosive flame. Arkdee's default can do that quite a bit, and it's not working out for him.
No, he's not. And unfortunately, with this once upon a time lead, it's kind of fallen by the wayside. Lazyzach kind of taking a page out of Arkdee's book and kind of becoming this immovable object.
Right.
Again, a matchup between two characters like this is all about who's in firm control of the narrative. Again, I'm in the lead. You got to approach me. The other side doesn't want to be there. And again, right now, Lazyzach with the lead that's just unfortunately just spiraling out of control here. Get off that platform.
Yeah, Lazyzach right now controlling the narrative like an offense. Has the hyper sense, but off stage. Wait a minute, let's rewrite this book, Arkdee. That's a good down air. That could have been huge if it got the spike hitbox.
Oh, trying to let this little light of mine shine on this Sunday. I know that's right. Come on. There it is. Nothing off the back air. 5-frame near on the way down.
So then he remains dim as 100% on both players. Weak hit a back air. Arkdee by the skin of his teeth and by a hair is able to survive.
Okay. Also going to take his one perfectly placed back air on one of these two characters to get the job done. And here I was thinking that was going to be Arkdee setting it up back air at those later percents. Why the heck not? It's invincible. It's safe. Why not toss it out? But the better question is, why not hit you before you even leave the ground? Great stuff right there on Lazyzach's behalf. Up 2 games, but 2 hard-fought games. 2-0, but it was close.
Yeah, for sure.
It was close, ref. 2-0, but it was close.
Arkdee really not trying to let this go to a 3-0, but it was close. You know, he wants to make this look close in the stat sheet at the end of the day.
Yes.
But he has a lot of questions to answer if he's going to figure out just how to clean up these stocks. Lazyzach's survivability has just been too hard of a question to answer for Arkdee.
Yes. Yes, no doubt about it. It's just been a lot of question marks here on how we're going to, deal with Lazyzach. And okay, oh my lord, we're seeing a little bit of a situation reset. In the last game it was Arkdee who was able just to take the platforms, and bring that stylized aggression and utilize it the way he's supposed to. But it's been the Lazyzach show right here. I don't see any sign of a remote to change this channel.
It's just Lazyzach attack early on in this game. He's in your face. He's pressing the A buttons at the perfect times, the perfect places. There's so much damage tacked on so quickly. Nair up air is putting on even more, up to 100%. Arkdee might be kissing away this stocks pretty soon. Yeah,
I like this extra coverage too that Lazyzach's giving himself. He'll knock Arkdee up in the air, then go for an empty jump just to bait out the nair on the way down or the forwarder, and then after that ends, then I attack again. We're starting to see the adjustments play out in a big way.
And this corner situation has not been as threatening as Palutena players and Arkdee would typically like. Lazyzach has been able to work his way out of there pretty quickly and pretty consistently, and that's going to be a big thing that needs to change if Arkdee wants to have a shot at taking stocks here.
The running tilt looking good. Now he's going to go for the nair.
Strong nair, not quite getting it done, but the back air, that's going to answer that question every time.
And we've seen Arkdee utilize that backer so well, especially I believe it was a match either on small battlefield or maybe it was Town and City, but just able to, I'm coming through, high landing back onto the platform, but I'm going to go for the platform cancel back here. Give you that false sense of security that it's okay to attack me. But we're starting to see Lazyzach kind of take a chapter out of his book too. No platform cancel needed, of course. This is just a back air.
Yeah, a problem posed is a problem answered by back air. As
seriously,
Lazyzach has really been able to find them in the most opportune moments. He's cleaning up stocks. The moment Arkdee's percent starts glowing red, it goes right back to white as Lazyzach is taking these stocks really quickly.
Can't quite find any utilization of the down tilt there. And again, this is the character that, down tilt would be pretty super effective on, all things considered. If you catch an awkward recovery, especially with no hitbox on it, it's quick, but it's not the safest one back to the stage. Down tilt, Palutena should be able to catch you, but Lazyzach just knowing the routes, just knowing the Tokyo drift off stage, it's looking good. Get out of here.
That homing attack isn't going to be the answer. Arkdee more than ready for that. Lazyzach, though, as you mentioned, knowing the routes to success. He's finding another one, and that route sends you straight to heaven. Up air answers that question for Lazyzach.
Down throw. Yes. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Now, see, this is something that we don't get to see as often for Palutena because she's usually on the defense, but she has what I like to call the low percent kung fu. Ness has
Yeah,
this.
for sure.
You know, Mewtwo has this as well, too. I get you at like 0 to like 50%. That's when you start to see the Kung Fu really come out.
Yeah, you can get back air into your imagination. You get nairs aplenty, as that low percent that you were alluding to has very quickly been wiped off the board for both these players, as they're racking up damage quick. Arkdee needs to get him clean if he wants a shot, though. That down air finds it again. The drag down was a great idea.
Arkdee, who you feeling like today? Down tilt, doesn't get anything off of it, but I don't need it because all I need is this back air to succeed. And Arkdee's tournament life on the line here has got to figure out a way to turn this around and fast. Lazyzach right now on the verge of winning this in a 3-0.
103% and a dream here for Arkdee. He's got a lot to make happen. He starts it off with a couple of nairs, but can't finish it up. That up smash is threatening. Watch out, Arkdee.
Yeah, so we don't see up smash come through very often from the Sonic mains unless they know it's going to connect. So
Right.
a little bit of a miscalculation right there. Arkdee right now still on the answer. Get it out of here. Also, I just want to say something. This song is whack.
I was just saying that.
This song is some butt.
The drum beat is like overwhelming. Much akin to that Lazyzach back air. Overwhelming indeed, as Arkdee just never found an answer for it. All set, he was trying to find it. He's looking at his notebooks and just did not find anything.
Yo, I never want to hear that song. What song was that? What was that?